Welcome to the official YouTube channel for the Colin Cowherd podcast. Go on, hit that subscribe button if you're new, so you don't miss any of our great football content this season. I want to talk about the Bears for a second. So Chicago beats New York 24-20. And so it was Caleb Williams and Jackson Dart, and Jackson Dart outplayed him for the first three quarters. But there is something, I've said this about Caleb Williams multiple times, John. He doesn't get hurt, and he doesn't throw interceptions. Jackson Dart gets hurt a lot, and he'll throw picks. Now, Jackson, I thought, he plays with a ton of confidence. He throws a nice ball. Jackson played really, really well. He had a couple of touchdown runs. One was a 24-yard run, was a big-time run. Both those quarterbacks can really way above average movement, way above average. Now, again, Caleb had a great fourth quarter. But when I watch the game, and you have to watch the whole game, there's becoming an issue with Jackson Dart. He's blue tenting it. He's getting banged up a lot. This is my Brock Purdy thing. If you're a little smaller or you play with a lot of confidence, Baker Mayfield used to do that first couple of years. He played with more confidence than he should have. Somebody would pick him off. He'd square him up. It's like, bro, you're a quarterback. You're not a free safety. Would it worry you, the Jackson Dart concussion today, the constant blue tent visits, and the injuries?
I think it worries me with all these young quarterbacks. They all have a style. I would say Caleb Williams' style is the same thing. He's just built more like a tank. They all scramble around and run around. I mean, Jaden Daniels is nowhere to be found. Where did he get hurt? Running. This is the new age. We watch football every Saturday for 4+ months, and it's fantastic, but they're all moving around. So back in the day, Peyton Manning, Tom Brady, all those guys are huge. The quarterbacks now are smaller. I mean, they're definitely smaller, but they move around. To me, the Jackson Dart, the play that he got injured on, the one that he fumbled, it was like a quarterback power, which had worked earlier in the game. So when you're calling those plays, and the guy's name's not Cam Newton, this is the NFL. He got rocked by like 3 guys. And, I mean, there were a lot of plays. The strength of Caleb was on full display today. How many sacks did he break out of? I actually think there's an element that I'm going to sound critical, but he almost throws too hard. There were so many balls that were dropped by those guys throughout the game. It's probably, you're there, right? How cold is it in Chicago? You probably can't feel your hands. Balls are I bet some of those guys are going to wake up in the morning with sore hands. But on the balls where Jackson Dart was completing them, it was more rollout lobs. It's hard to complete the Brett Favre. Favre's players used to talk about this in Green Bay. Like, it is hard to catch the ball. Yeah.
So did Elway's.
In December and November. And I just thought, like, it's not that Rome is a bad player, but you catch that. I would say Caleb Williams has right now as strong of an arm as anyone in the NFL. He let a couple rip today where you're just like, that's Josh Allen, if not stronger. It was Jesus.
How about he rolled right?
I was impressed. I've been hard on him. I thought I was impressed today with how he played. In the weather too.
He rolled right. He threw a ball to DJ Moore in the end zone, who he caught it, but he was out of bounds. John, it was 40 yards. I swear to God, it was a line drive to left field. It was about as high as the shortstop. It was a freaking rope in a windy, cold environment. And DJ Moore, to his credit, caught it, but it was out of bounds. The word I always use with Caleb, and I'd never used it with any quarterback before, is just horsepower. He is a V8. I mean, he is. And here's the other thing. The knock on him, Caleb, is, he holds the ball too long. But I was thinking about this today. He doesn't throw picks. So in his mind is, I'm going to hold it longer than other guys because my escapability outside of Lamar Jackson is probably second best in the league. So first of all, I'm stronger than Lamar Jackson. So if I do get hit, I mean, he rolls. You can't, if you're coming in as a defense
like a younger
constantly. Yeah, or Big Ben, where a defensive player gets on his shoulder and he just brushes him off. So I think a lot of him holding the ball is, I just trust that I'm going to escape. And, I watched it a couple of times today when he had that big run down the sideline. I'm like, if he was a running back, you wouldn't want to size him up if you were a safety. I mean, he's a big dude.
I remember we did this maybe like week 2, and one thing that jumped out to me, because last year their games were just so, I mean, they had like a 10-game losing streak. I mean, they didn't matter.
It was bad.
You watch him this year, he is way more athletic than I think people thought coming out. Also, when you're judging him against Arizona and Arizona State and Colorado, right, in college, you see him against these NFL guys, he's running faster than them. Now, I'm not saying he's Lamar Jackson in the open field, but he is way faster than I expected. I thought he kind of won them the game down the stretch today. He
Oh, he
made
did.
huge play after huge play, and
Fourth
obviously
game winning.
it flipped when Dart gets hurt and Russell Wilson. It was just, man, it's hard to come in a game where it's freezing cold, but God, he looks terrible.
So Caleb's fourth game winning drive in 6 weeks. And my whole life, I have watched the Bears lose games like they're winning. And this, by the way, it's different. Denver's winning, but the quarterback play is awful. The
Right.
quarterback play with Chicago's wildly dynamic. And what's interesting, Caleb's gotten better late in games. He may not be as well good on the script that he was in the first 4 weeks. Like now he's doing stuff on his own. And I mean, right now this season, in the fourth day, he had 77 yards passing, a passing touchdown, 109 passer rating, 52 yards rushing, and a rushing touchdown. Okay. And again, that's not the script. That's the opposite of the script. Those were crucial drives to win the game with a ton of pressure. Yeah, I think he's a hit. I listen. Winning games is like today. I watched the Colts. Oh God, drove me crazy. They won the game. This is that's why with analytics sometimes I'm like I'm going to get points sometimes, not the touchdown. I need to win the game so we all keep our mortgage, right?
Well, to me, the Bears game, if that had been it's probably a rarity in Chicago, but let's say it's a 75-degree November, early November game, perfect weather. Let's even say like 60. I'd be like, well, the Giants are terrible. When it's freezing cold, that makes the game very difficult. I don't care who you're playing. I'm sure you saw some of that Wisconsin, Washington game,
Oh
Iowa,
yeah,
Oregon game. It is hard to play in those environments. No one can feel their hands. Hard to breathe. I have way more respect. Like I don't judge scores. You're not going to hit many explosive plays in the passing game. If you go back and I saw it firsthand because they played the Niners when LaFleur got there and they resurrected Rodgers' career, they were playing these home games in Green Bay. It's freezing cold. So your vaunted pass attack does not work as well. And
yeah,
University of Washington has one of the best wide receivers in the league, one of the best quarterbacks in the country. They couldn't operate. They have a great offense. It doesn't
yeah.
function. Or Oregon has NFL players everywhere. They couldn't
Couldn't
function for long.
function.
So it's like I just go, hey, if you got to win a game 13-10, I actually think and it's an awesome. Listen, if you're a Bears fan, you apologize to nobody about winning games
Right.
after the last thing. The Giants, this thing I defended probably 3 or 4 weeks ago. I'm like, listen, he went all in on this quarterback. He was right, right? I
Yeah,
mean, there is if you just poll GMs right now, I think 32 of them would take Jackson Dart over Cam Ward today. Now, their careers aren't written,
yeah,
but today Brian
yeah,
Daboll was right about the quarterback he liked. The
yeah,
problem is his team. I mean, I think I read today a stat that's his fourth game in which he had a second half lead of 10 plus points. And obviously, he's had now multiple double digit
yeah,
leads in the fourth quarter in which they imploded. I mean, today he kicked a field goal. They had 12 men on the field, but Russell's in the game, not Dart. He declines the penalty and takes the points instead of just getting the first down. And listen, I thought like, hey, you don't want to risk fumbling. You're up 20-10. How are the
yep,
Bears going to score? But then it bit him in the ass. And there were reports, local radio, people have connections to ownership that said the ownership was close after the Denver Bronco game. And
yeah.
this feels, you're up 20-10, you're cruising. Maybe they give him a little break because Dart's in the tent, but man, it's hard to kind of fend off the arrows, Colin, when you keep having these devastating losses.
Football season's here, and if you want to go to an NFL or college football game, Game Time is the place for you. The Game Time app just gives you the advantage back to you, the fans. It's a hack for unlocking amazing tickets and experiences in a few taps. I love it. Easy to use. The Game Time guarantee means you can trust you'll get 100% authentic tickets on time and at the best price. 100%. So they even let you preview your seat on the app. That's special. Plus, fees are always included. So what you see is what you pay every time. Take the guesswork out of buying professional football tickets with Game Time. Just download the Game Time app, create an account. If you use the code Colin, Colin, $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply again. Create an account, redeem code Colin, $20 off. Swipe, tap, ticket, go. Download the Game Time app today. Yeah, it's nothing's these New York football teams. It's just it's a football swamp. Like people just go to drown in these places. I think
Justin
Daboll's
Fields
a good.
didn't have 100 yards today total, and they won. Didn't total running and passing.
So bad.